Today, we're re-diving into one of the wildest influencer stories I've seen in a while. Camilla Araujo, the MrBeast Squid Game contestant, who is now selling a £6,000 Become Me course. Yes, you heard that right. £6,000 to become her. And trust me, the internet has some serious thoughts on this. So, who even is Camilla Araujo? For many, she first popped onto our screens after appearing in MrBeast's real-life Squid Game recreation. That one video skyrocketed her to internet fame, gaining her a massive following almost overnight. Since then, she's built a brand around the classic influencer pillars: lifestyle, beauty, and, well, the culture of being an influencer itself. She's been pretty successful at it, consistently posting content and growing her audience. But recently, she's started trending again, and this time, it's not for the reasons she probably hoped. The online commentary world has exploded, with creators like Cam Kirkham and channels like Unfollowed dedicating entire videos to breaking down the situation. And that brings us to the real reason we're all here. This is where things get really messy. Camilla is selling a £6,000 influencer course that promises to teach people how to become her and transform into a top-tier influencer. This isn't your average online workshop. It's being marketed as a high-ticket, super exclusive mentorship program. The internet's reaction was immediate and brutal. People are calling it predatory, absurdly overpriced, and frankly, delusional. Critics are framing it as a perfect case study in influencing, showing the dark side of what influencers try to sell you. Many argue this is part of a much wider, more troubling trend where creators monetize the parasocial relationships they have with their followers, essentially selling a dream that rarely, if ever, matches the reality of the industry. It's less about teaching and more about cashing in on people's aspirations. So, why are so many people calling this a scam? Let's break down the massive red flags, because there are a few. First, and most obviously, the core promise: become me. This is not a real, teachable skill. You can teach someone tangible skills like video editing, branding strategy, or search engine optimization. You cannot, however, teach someone how to literally be you. Your personality, your life experiences, your unique look, your luck. None of that can be packaged into a curriculum. It's a fundamentally flawed premise. Second, there's no proven track record of teaching success. In the videos breaking this down, there's no mention of past students, no testimonials, no evidence that her methods have worked for anyone but herself. For a price tag that high, you'd expect a portfolio of success stories. Instead, it seems like buyers are just supposed to take her word for it. Third, the high-ticket price comes with incredibly vague deliverables. £6,000 is a serious investment. For that amount of money, you should be getting a detailed curriculum, clear learning outcomes, and total transparency about what you're paying for. But the offer seems to be based entirely on her personality, not on a structured, skill-based program. You're not buying a course. You're buying access to her, and that's a risky and undefined product. And finally, this whole thing preys on the aspirational nature of influencer culture. People aren't just buying into the idea of learning a job. They're buying into the fantasy of becoming famous, of living that glamorous influencer lifestyle they see on Instagram. Most of the information they promise is already available online for free or at a much, much lower cost. You can find incredible resources on YouTube, Skillshare, and through articles from people who are experts in their fields. You just have to be willing to do the research. Second, if someone is selling you a lifestyle and not a concrete skill, you should run. You cannot buy someone else's personality or life story. When a course is built around a personality cult, rather than a tangible, transferable skill set, it's a huge red flag. You're buying air. And third, real, valuable creators teach systems, not just fantasies. They'll teach you the nuts and bolts, how to script videos, how to edit efficiently, how to understand analytics, how to build a brand from the ground up. They provide actionable steps and replicable processes. They don't just sell you the vague promise of becoming me. Look, Camilla Araujo isn't the first influencer to sell a dream, and she certainly won't be the last. But charging £6,000 to become her is a true masterclass in how influencer culture can quickly drift into pure delusion. If you genuinely want to grow a presence online, invest your time and money in learning actual skills, not in trying to buy someone else's personality. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Here, we unmask the money myths that influencers don't want you to see, and trust me, there are plenty more where that came from. Thanks for watching.